Makes sense. Let's quickly run through them. First up, Bangsar Hill Park, the Verdura and Talisa phases. That's in Bangsar, obviously a prime area itself, a direct competitor almost. You called it an urban resort.
Yeah, they're really going for that vibe. It's Green Rice Silver certified, that's a sustainability rating. Pet friendly, which is a big plus for many now. They even offer on-site nursing care and shuttle services.
Yeah.
It's trying to create that luxury escape within the city.
Pricey, though.
It is. Starts around RM 835,000, goes up past RM 1.8 million.
Okay. Next, Panchala, 188 residents. This one's really close, just 2.4 kilometers from TTDI.
Very close. It's freehold, but importantly, it's Malay Reserve land. It's quite low density, only 188 units. And the units are pretty spacious, 3 bedrooms starting at 1,250 square feet.
That is generous for a condo these days, price point.
Indicative pricing starts around RM 694,000.
Got it. Then there's the Atera at Petaling Jaya. This sounds like a classic transit-oriented development, or TOD.
Absolutely. Textbook TOD. It's got a 400-meter covered walkway straight to the Asia Jaya LRT station. That's a huge selling point for commuters. It's also greenery certified, has EV charging, smart home stuff. And the price range is quite wide, starting from RM 250,000 for smaller units, going up to maybe RM 1.37 million plus. Because of the LRT link, there's strong potential for rental income to actually cover the mortgage.
Interesting. Okay, number 4. 2G residences at Duda North. This one's billed as being about multi-generational living. What does that mean in practice?
It means they've packed in a lot of facilities over 50, apparently. Things catering to different age groups, on-site shops, a healthcare clinic, even a camping garden and skydiving areas.
Wow.
And the unit layouts are flexible. They offer dual key options, which are great for families living with older parents or maybe renting out a section for income. Indicative prices start from RM 4M 41,000.
Okay. And the last one, La Vista at Bandar Sri Damansara. You mentioned this has that rare combo freehold and TOD.
Yeah, that's quite unusual and very appealing. It's freehold tenure, plus it has a planned walkway to the Sri Damansara West MRT station on the Pattaya line.
Another great transport link.
Exactly. It's part of a bigger master plan, too, with shops and a big 5-acre park planned.
Yeah.
And they're emphasizing low density per floor, so fewer neighbors on your level, more privacy. Prices starting from RM 484,000.
So these 5 projects, they're not just more condos, they're offering different kinds of lifestyles and investment angles that sort of complement TTDI's established character, right?
Yeah.
Broadening the options around that core area.
Precisely. They bring new types of properties, modern amenities, and cater to different demographics and needs, expanding the whole TTDI ecosystem, if you like.
So let's bring it back to you, the listener. Whether you're thinking about investing, finding a home, or maybe you're just fascinated by the market dynamics, what does all this actually mean for making a decision? It sounds like there are really clear, different paths depending on what you want.
Absolutely. We can break it down. If you're primarily focused on long-term capital growth, maybe building a legacy asset, then your target should be the landed properties inside TTDI itself. The scarcity, the prestige, the proven track record for wealth preservation it's built for holding on to for decades. It's a multi-generational play, really.
Okay, that's clear. What if you're more focused on rental income, getting a good yield? Maybe you're an urban professional yourself.
Then you should be looking very seriously at these new high-rise developments on the edges of TTDI, especially the ones with strong TOD features, like the Atera or La Vista.
Why them specifically?
Because that direct transit access is gold for attracting tenants. The entry prices are generally more affordable than TTDI landed, and crucially, the rental yields are significantly higher, often pushing above 4%. That means better cash flow.
Makes sense. And what about if you're looking for a place to actually live? A home buyer, maybe upgrading with a family?
Then you've got a real choice, depending on your priorities. Option A, go for the traditional TTDI landed home. You get the space, maybe a garden, that established, safe community feel.
The classic TTDI lifestyle.
Exactly. Or option B, look at one of these newer high-end launches. Bangsar Hill Park if you want that luxury resort living. Or 2G residences if you value having tons of multi-generational facilities on site. It's more of a modern, convenient, perhaps lock-up-and-go lifestyle.
So it really boils down to your personal goals and what kind of lifestyle fits you best. It's good there are such distinct options emerging around this core area.
Definitely more choice than there used to be.
Okay, connecting this all back to bigger picture again. Every market has upsides and downsides, opportunities and risks. Looking ahead to, say, 2025 through 2028, what are the key things we should keep an eye on in this whole TTDI ecosystem?
Okay, on the opportunity side, definitely the infrastructure effect. As the Klang Valley's rail network keeps expanding, it's going to keep boosting property values, especially for projects near stations. That's a proven driver.
Right.
We'll also likely see continued demand from high net worth individuals, both local and international. They're still looking for stable, premium assets, and TTDI fits that bill perfectly.
And the new projects themselves.
Yeah, the urban rejuvenation aspect. These high-quality new developments on the periphery bring new energy, modern facilities, attract a younger demographic that can actually lift the appeal of the whole area, creating positive spillover effects.
Okay, so those are the opportunities. What about potential risks? What could go wrong?
Well, the big one, particularly for the newer areas, is a potential supply overhang in the high-rise market. There's a lot of new condo and service apartment supply coming online across Klang Valley.
So too many units chasing too few tenants.
It could intensify competition for tenants, yeah. That might put a cap on how much rents can increase and could even squeeze those rental yields we talked about.
Okay. Anything else?
Broader economic shocks are always a risk. Unexpected recession, serious political instability, or maybe sharp, unexpected jumps in interest rates could definitely dampen buyer sentiment across the market.
The macro factors we started with.
Exactly. And finally, there's the affordability ceiling. Prices in prime spots like TTDI have risen dramatically. At some point, if prices keep rising much faster than incomes, that growth has to slow down.
Right.
Right. It might just become too expensive for the next wave of buyers.
A natural break, eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we had to give a final verdict on TTDI's future, say through 2028, it seems like it's solidifying into this two-tier system.
That's exactly how I see it. The core landed market within TTDI, that's going to cement its status. Stable, super desirable, a defensive asset. Driven by that scarcity and prestige, it'll continue to reward the long-term holders.
Solid as a rock, almost.
Pretty much. Meanwhile, the areas surrounding TTDI, where these new projects are rising, that's going to be a really vibrant, competitive space.
A battleground.
A battleground for modern, high-density living, yeah. Developers competing hard on connectivity, fancy features, sustainability creds, and importantly, relative affordability compared to TTDI proper. This is where the rental market gets redefined and where new entry points are created.
So it's clear the TTDI brand, that name recognition and prestige, it's incredibly powerful. And its influence is definitely spreading outwards, supporting values beyond just its original borders into this new generation of developments nearby.
No question about it.
So maybe a final thought for you listening. How does seeing this evolution, a core area, maintaining its traditional value, while sparking intense modern development around its edges, how does that shape your own understanding of what creates value and prestige in cities today? Something to ponder as you look at the changing urban landscape around you.